What's up, everyone? How we doing? I'm going to do a little audio check on the iPad. DVD's wrapping his thing up, letting him do his thing. Marco just won. Congratulations, Marco. How we doing? I'm going to do a little audio check on. Sounds pretty good to me. Let me get the comments up so that I can see them as we go, because you cannot see them in StreamYard. So I got my comment board up. Marco, man, congratulations on your win just now. That is awesome. Thanks to DVD for doing so much stuff this month on all his giveaways, guys. That's really awesome. Today we are going to be joined by Sever 7. And I'm just going to pull it out right now. Well, maybe I'll wait because I got one right here because I got Kathy, the usurper. That thing is gorgeous, guys. I don't have to say it. If you haven't gotten one yet, well, I don't know if they're up yet. But we'll talk about all that. And we'll get into it. We're going to have a fun day with you guys. And I just want to say happy Saturday to everyone. And let's get into the chat a little bit. And, we're going to get flooded here, so I better get caught up now because DVD's been sending everyone to my stream. Today, I'm going to run it all the way to 5 o'clock. And when I end my stream, it should send everyone over to Pros Blades. And he's doing giveaways today. He's got his members giveaway, and he's doing subscriber giveaway today. So that's a big day for him, and that's going to be awesome. And with that being said, about giveaways, DVD just did one, and Pro's doing one. Today, I will not be doing one, but I will be doing one on Wednesday. And so there will be another video for that. We'll probably be joined by Lone Star Knife and Supply because he is going to be here Saturday and for the Great American Knife Tour, and we're part of it. So that's really cool. So he'll be here Saturday, and we'll be hanging out. And if you notice, I don't have my glasses on. I'm not 4 eyes today because I went to the pool yesterday after the live stream, and I hung out with my sister, Crystal, and Kathy, and niece, and my great nephew. So that was good. Anyway. All right. Marco, congratulations. And the first one in the chat. Thank you. Crispy, what's going on? Kathy, what's going on? This is going to be a fun one. And yeah, it is. It is. What's up, chicken fried steak? Insert badass emojis here. Yes. All right. I'm gonna get caught up here. Marco, Nathan M. What's going on, man? I didn't realize. I did that you came in the chat the other day, and I'm pretty sure if I'm wrong, correct me, but that you are an amazing knife creator. So thank you for coming in to the chat. The Crisis, pretty sure that's you. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I do know you were in the chat. Mind of Milton, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you. Cicero, stick around because I do want to show you some things that I got in the works. This one is spoken for. But I know you were saying something about a Motley and a Caius. So we'll show what I've been working on. I stayed up really late. Yesterday's live was a struggle bus because I was up till almost 4 a.m. I had 5:30 a.m. and I went to sleep and woke up at a little late and did my live, and it was hard, but I got through it. And MK Ultra. I always want to say Mick Ultra. I don't know why, Miranda, but MK Ultra in the house. I just stuck your stickers all over everything, and I think I put them away, so I don't have them out. I was going to show them. Henry G, what's going on? I don't know if I said hi to you. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Mick Ranger, what's going on? How are you? My brother from another mother. Because you know what? Mick Ranger's been there since the beginning and teaching me. He taught me everything that I know about how to tag people. I didn't even know what I was doing when it came down to YouTube, guys. But now here we are. I love it. Thank you, Mick, for always being there. Kelly, all the people. Kellathon, guys. Let's get Kelly to 500 subscribers and Caleb to 1,000. The Kellathon is running. Everyone's been saying it lately, and her numbers have been growing quickly. She is above 450. So let's get her to 500, please. And let's see. Try not to miss anyone right now. I think I said hello to you, Josh. What's up? If I didn't, Josh 304. Oh, anti-giveaway, huh? What? No, we're giving away stuff, man. Shoot, I gave away one last Saturday. So, shoot, we done like 3 giveaways, I think, this month. Maybe 4. I can't remember. Kelly. Hello. Jaws. Yeah. Jaws. It's still happening. Roger Baker, what's going on? How are you, buddy? Yep, that's me. Guys, Nathan is one of, I was like, I knew about you, but I didn't really know about you. And then me and Trish, Mo Patty were talking about you. And I was like, yeah, like that. It's like, that's the guy that was in my chat the other day. She's like, yes. And I was like, no way. That's awesome. Really cool stuff you're doing, man. And I like the crisis, man. I'm going to have to give me one of them. I have to sell a bunch of knives, so. Hello, everyone. Lord have mercy. This chat is moving. Guys, I'll do my best. Clint Crosby, what's up? Jeremy Mounts, what's up? How are you? Sorry if I said that wrong. I am the most dyslexic guy ever. I gave you the koozies at Blade Show. Yes. Okay. I have it on my freaking my nightstand inside. Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Is it the okay? I'm sorry. I'm slow, man. I'm hyper, but my brain takes a while to process things. Sorry about that. Wyoming Adventures. What is how are you? And I just forgot your name again. Sorry. I was going to call you Lisa again, but I know it's not. And it'll come to me here in a second. Sorry. Old School Rocker. What's up, Mama Luke? How are you? Good afternoon, Bernie Stables, and all in the chat. You know what? I could be doing this, and I'm not because I forget. I am just a nut today. I'm a little hyper. Got a lot of sleep last night. I woke up at like 1. I put myself down before the count. Let's see. What up? Sever has just come in. He's backstage. Let me get through these comments real quick, and I'll pull you up. Only can stay for a quick smoke break and smash the like button before the party starts. All right, Beekeeper. Well, thanks for coming in for a minute. I hope your arm is doing better. I hope you are better. What? We got Pocket Privilege in the house, man. I haven't seen you in a while. I missed your call the other day, and I'm sorry about that. And I just been busy, and things were happening, and I was like, I don't know what was going on. Good to see you too. You look smarter with glasses, bro. Well, okay. You little bro. Co-Bunny, what's up? Drinking some coffee? How are you, Co-Bunny? I bet you got some new stuff in. All right, guys. I'm trying to catch up so we can bring Sever in here. Shiro Blades. Shiro Blades. What's going on? Good to see you, Shiro. Yeah, you're welcome, Nathan. No problem, man. No problem at all. Thank you for making amazing knives. Let's get through this. I'm trying to catch up because we're going to get smoked by the DVD overload. Eagle Scout, what's going on? How are you? What's going on, Jeremy? How are you? All right. Whoa. It happened. It already happened. I just missed. Guys, if I missed you, sorry. I think we just got flooded. 64 people, guys. Thank you, DVD, for sending everyone over. I just saw you in the chat. So if that happened, guys, and I got to say, this DVD is in here. And he just playing what it do and dropping those badass emojis. All right, guys, level on up. What's going on? Everyone, I love it when this happens. It's so fun. So I'm just going to blessed EDC. Good to see you, man. Mr. Willoughby, Derek for real, everyone. Thank you guys so much for coming over. Almost 70 people in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. We appreciate it. Illuminati Ninja, Clint Crosby. I mean, yeah, we're going crazy now, guys. I love you all. Much love. Thank you. And, like I said, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Sever 7, live with us today. And if you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to go ahead and show it right now before I misflicked. That's on me. There it is, the Usurper, guys. That's all you get right now. Let's get Sever 7 coming in. We got Rabino in the chat. Everybody, man, it is blowing up. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am going to bring the legend in. we're gonna talk about his knives and stuff. All right, Gnarly Charlie. Hello, guys. Brown Sugar, everyone, guys. I'm sorry if I missed you, but I want to bring Sever in and not keep him waiting too long. So, without further ado, we are. Boom. What is going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure can. Can you hear me?
And I can hear you. That is awesome. Love it when a plan comes together and it works.
Let me try to consolidate the knives on the screen a little bit.
Oh yeah, well, we'll make it big. You'll be able to show them all off soon, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
It's good to have you in, Derek. Thanks for coming in. I know Saturdays can be busy. I know you got stuff going on, but it is nice to have a slot where I can have people in and have the chat. You know, everyone's working usually on my main lives. So it's nice.
No, I appreciate you having me in, brother. Big time. I always watch your streams. I love your streams. They're always fun, energetic. Oh wow, yeah, it makes it much bigger.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, I appreciate you. Giving me the opportunity to come on your live and talk to the fam and the crew, and
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Yeah, I wish Kathy could be here today, but she has things going on with the family on Saturdays, so. This is kind of my little thing that I do, and, it's exciting. It's fun. And every now and then she'll probably come in, whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. We got us a, I can't even catch it. James D, man. Thank you for the donation. $10 super chat. Thank you, James D. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for the support. We appreciate it. Thank you. Sorry.
And hi to everybody in chat. I can't go through one by one because the chat's moving pretty quick, but just know that you guys know I love you. I appreciate you. I super appreciate all the support I've gotten on both my designs. You guys have been fantastic. And I super appreciate Burning Staples. I super appreciate you picking one up. Thank you for that.
Oh, man. It's beautiful, bro. Like, this thing is phenomenal, man. Really cool. When I held it at Blade Show, Dragoon was walking around with it, and that's when I saw it. And I was like, man, this thing is killer. I did a little quick short about it. I am just the worst flicker ever, but beautiful, beautiful knife. Kathy got it in the tie with that.
The gold?
Gold, yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful knife, man.
Thank you, bro.
Oh, man, I'm all hyper right now. This is wild. It's crazy when 70 people comes in like really fast.
Yeah, dude, that's a big stream. That's about the size of my streams, if not a little bit bigger, man. And I never look at the viewer count because like the higher it gets, the more nervous I get.
Right.
And, I look and it says 70 and I'm like, oh my goodness. Like there's 70 people watching me like I'm a TV show. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Like especially with DVD, like kind of doing the overflow or like the rage type thing. And it's wild, man. And actually today, so Crow's Blaze is after me, so I set it up because DVD taught me how to do it so that now my streams, because I wasn't running them all the way till 5, and I was like, it's kind of silly. We could all just go right into Crow's Blaze, and he's doing a giveaway today, and he's got some stuff going on. So it's going to be kind of cool to go right over there today into his. Yeah. Well, yeah. So how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. To be honest, YouTube growth is steady and consistent. I think I'm getting like 70 or 80 new subscribers a month, which isn't a lot, but getting that consistently has made me pretty happy. As far as the designs go, having the Usurper and the Get Some drop within a week of each other. Keep in mind, they were submitted more than a year apart. So to have them drop within a week of each other is kind of crazy. But yeah, the designs are doing really well. I've got, I want to say 4 more designs that are currently under contract, and then I've got 2 more that I'm really excited about that they just have to finish rendering, and then
Yeah.
they'll go under contract too. So
That's,
overall, really good, man. What about you?
oh, dude, you know me. I'm just sitting over here, constantly trying to push it. I do have a new design that I'm working on, and I think there's going to be something cool happening with that one. So I'm going to kind of keep it hush hush, and then I want to get into the folder game. I said it would happen, by the end of the year. So I would like to have something functional by the end of the year, hopefully. You know.
That sounds awesome. Super exciting.
Yeah, I got my main man's Donnie Blesh, on the team, and he's said he's willing to help me out and stuff. So that's really awesome. It's really cool when makers come together and are willing to not gatekeep and share some knowledge with you, and also with designing. I'm pretty sure maybe you had some of that, help with like designing and stuff, figuring things out. It's always kind of hard when you start.
Oh, I have 100% had help. Like the designs that I come up with, they're my designs, but I'm not an artist, and I'm also not a 3D graphics renderer guy. So I get my ideas on paper as best I can, and then I've got somebody that helps me clean up the drawing, and then I've got somebody that helps me with renders.
Yeah.
So and whenever I get the usurper in hand, and whenever I get the get some in hand, I'm going to shout those people out because without their help, I don't know that my ideas would ever leave paper.
Yeah, right. I mean, I could understand. Like, it's wild. Like, it's like you have a vision, but being locked to not really get it out there, but be able to get it out there. I mean, the process that you're doing is really awesome. It's incredible. So,
Now, if I may ask, with because obviously you don't do a ton of hands-on stuff with your custom fixed blades, and then you mentioned a folder by the end of the year. Do
mhm.
you think they're different kinds of difficult, or do you think one presents challenges the other doesn't?
Well, I think difficulty wise is going into a realm that I have no knowledge in. And beginning full fixed blades, I had no knowledge in either. But now, I've been making fixed blades. I took some time off during COVID for like 2 3 years maybe until I got back into it. But in 2018, I was really, hand forging stuff and trying to make knives. And they weren't the best, but I was doing it. And with what I've learned, to now, like the amount of knowledge I have on a fixed blade, certain things that I do differently that I used to never do, and I still constantly am changing that. It's really cool. But then getting into folding knives, sitting here drawing and trying to figure out how it's going to work. Like I don't know the log. Like I just got into like folding knives. Like I always had folding knives, always had pocket knives. I always carried them when I was whenever since I was a kid, but I was never really into like, wow, look at this one. Just look at it and like feel it and wow, look at it drop, And learning all this stuff has been really new to me, and it's been within the last 10 months from YouTube. My first knife I bought when I started doing YouTube was I got a discount code from Bees Blades, and I bought me a Concept Main Street. And that was kind of my enter realm to this where I'm at now. And now I'm like at like 20 plus knives. And also, speaking of that, thank you for the DSKSF on Casey's channel,
Hell yeah.
for the Bonneville, and the I keep forgetting the name of this one, the Outposter.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man. How do you like them?
cool. Oh man, they're really cool. It's like, and then that's the thing. It's like yes, it's like feeling all these knives and what I like, what I don't like, and it's getting in that headspace for folding knives. Like, what do I want in a folding knife? So it's very difficult to answer the question, I guess.
Now, I do have a question about your fixed blades, and this might be a silly question, but I know some people make fixed blades by cutting out a piece of steel and then sharpening it and then kind of like cutting it to shape. And
Mhm.
then some people start with like a brick of steel, and then they kind of smash it down into a blade. So are
Yeah.
those just two different ways to approach fixed blades, or
What? G Ball's in here? What's up, G Ball? Sorry. I haven't seen him ever in my chat, so that's really awesome, man. It's good to see
what's
you.
up, G-Ball?
Um, so, well, when I do forging, when I forge my Damascus, or and that, I don't really forge mono steel anymore. When I started out forging, I forged mono steel. Obviously, that's a good place to learn because you don't want to ruin a billet of Damascus or multiple layers of or steel. So it's like my knowledge and learning forging was just mono steel. And then it got to a point where I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'm just making the shape into an eighth or 3/16, and then I'm grinding all this stuff off. So I kind of took it into stock removal on any mono steel. And then now we've gotten into some stainless steel, doing Nitro V and AEBL right now currently. But originally I would just draw it on a piece of paper and then spray adhesive to some wood and cut out a template on the bandsaw, grind that, and then kind of hold it and feel it. And that's where I would like kind of change things up and kind of get my ideas. Like this one used to be a lot different. The handle was different, and it just kind of didn't like it. So then recently I've changed up the Dauntless to this style. So, it's kind of, that's my process. I think that's what you're asking.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, stock removal versus forging. So
Yeah.
it sounds like forging would probably be the harder of the two, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely one of the harder of the two. I do, like I said, I stopped forging, and if it's mono steel and you see it in mono steel, it'd probably have an integral bolster in it. That'd probably be the only time I forge like a piece of W2 down or W1 to kind of get Hamon lines and cool stuff like that. But I just kind of made a move to where like I want to do, if it's just stock removal, or like it's just like a knife that's going to be an 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, then I'm just going to do stock removal, because I feel like I was just wasting propane to get down to an 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch. So if I forge Damascus, and I think that's just kind of my realm right now, and that's just kind of where I'm at. It's like if I'm going to make a knife, it's going to be forged, it's Damascus, and if it's going to be mono steel, it's stock removal.
So do you think that same logic would apply to folders as well, or do you think that's more of a stock removal?
Eventually, right? How cool would it be to make a folding knife with a piece of my Damascus in it?
Sick.
You know what I mean? Or how cool would it be to have the whole frame made out of Damascus and the pattern run into the blade? Like that's where my head's moving, But I have to learn how to make one first, before that. You're talking probably like 1.5 2 years before it happens. Maybe not the blade, but like what I really want to get into is having the whole knife made from a block of Damascus.
So that sounds sick. I've seen it pulled off by some really expensive high-end brands, and seeing Damascus on Damascus, it makes for a heavy knife, but it is so sexy to look at.
It really is. In my opinion, like just having your pattern, like say it was a twist, and it runs all the way through, and then you just continuously see it. It's a lot of wasted steel. I think that's that's going to be the reason why they're so expensive. But then it's also the risk. It's everything. It's a lot, into it of a full Damascus folder, and then it's like, okay, is it high carbon Damascus? Is it a 15 and 20 and a 1084? Is it rust? Is your hand oil is going to eventually make the frame tarnish? So trying to figure that out, it's like, well, then that kind of irritates me. So I'm like, man, I got to learn how to do stainless steel Damascus. But with that, I think I need a power hammer. It might be doable with a forge press, but I don't know.
Very cool, man. That's dope. I love the stuff you're doing. It sounds like growth is one of your biggest priorities, and you're pushing in all different directions, and it's going to be awesome to see, how, because I think everybody already knows it, right? I don't think anybody questions if you'll be successful. It's just a matter of like, how excited we'll be whenever you get there. And I think hearing about anything related to folders has me super pumped.
Right.
I still need to get a hold of one of your fixed blades. But yeah, man, you're a clear example of hard work paying off. And I know that you're kind of paving that view for other people that want to follow in your footsteps. And just the fact that they can get on your live and they can watch you work and you'll tell them the process and you don't gatekeep anybody. I think that's super respectable, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And there is a couple of things that sometimes I won't show in my lives. It's just things that I think if you really want it, like just reach out. I don't ever hide anything. Like if someone really wants to learn and they're really dedicated about it, like you call me up, I'm going to share what I got, my knowledge, because it was done to me. And there's several makers that have shared so much knowledge with me that it would have taken me years to learn in a very short amount of time. I mean, I've only been making Damascus for about 10 months. I think it was around this time last year that I finished my press. So it's kind of only been a short period of time of learning it, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but it's exciting.
Hell yeah, man. Sister Stables is in. What's going on, girl?
Yeah, yeah. She's sitting here bumming, because I got the usurper right here. Yeah, it's like I gotta have it.
Hey, I appreciate that support, Sister Stables. Thank you so much for that. It was really cool to see you excited for the usurper, and it was even cooler whenever you asked me to sign the box. Like that was like I'm gonna make such an event out of that. Whenever the box gets here, I'm gonna have my whole family around and be like, I'm gonna go ahead and sign my artwork. This will take the value up 0%, but it makes me feel really freaking cool.
You never know, bro. Don't downplay yourself. It's I think like that's Kathy's thing, and she started with DVD at Blade Show. Because Kathy and I are both. Kathy's like even more new to knives and stuff, and it's really cool. Like, but she's like, my thing is I want to get, if I know like if the designers like a YouTuber or people that we kind of go in their lives or chat with or whatever, she's like, I want to have them sign the packaging so that it's like her little collection. She keeps all her boxes, and has a little signature on it or whatever. And I think it's kind of cool.
I think it's pretty dope.
Yeah. And David Gadouch, I wanted to get with you on that. I am thinking about it, so don't think I'm not. The process has been running. It's just going to take me a second to figure out how to make a cane, because I've never made a cane but putting a blade in a cane, I think it would be really fun. So I'm not going to do it, but we'll see. So what you got on the table, man? What you want to talk about here? What you got?
Just a couple. Obviously, we've got the. See, I've never actually handled a production version of this. This is just the proto.
Really?
So I'm really excited to get my hands on the production version. And I have no idea when that's coming into me. Hopefully, it's soon. But I've got a few others here. One, the Migaron Carrick. This so far is my favorite budget knife of the year. I don't see it getting dethroned unless Migaron does something else that's really cool. I know a lot of people were like upset that you could flick the blade out.
Yeah.
But I can do that with several knives.
I did the same thing, man. Like I heard people talking about it, and I grabbed a bunch of knives, and they all did it. And I was like, well, these are like 120. This one is $37.
Yeah, it's $37. So I didn't understand. This got a little bit of hate. I think it's completely unwarranted. I think the value for money here is off the charts. And, for the people that are complaining about the blade shaking out, like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like it's not ideal. Whoops. But I mean, it's got a solid detent. I mean, it's got great ergonomics, and the blade shape is just utilitarian as all get out. So I'm going to support this knife forever, because I've had enough experience with it to know that despite its couple of shortcomings, it's still an absolutely fantastic knife.
What was the hype on the people talking about the pocket clip turning green or something? What was that about?
Let's see. Let me double check really quick. Yeah, it's a titanium clip.
Yeah.
Which is wild to get a titanium clip on a budget knife. But I heard I heard a few people talking about the clip turning green. I mean, this thing's been in my pocket a ton. And my clip is still pretty blue. So
yeah, my clip is green, but it came in green.
Interesting.
I don't know. Like I didn't see anything. It also has the green zombie scales on it, so it's like I didn't really notice a problem with that. But
man, if I didn't just test this with a magnet, I would think it was a steel clip.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, my clip is starting to tarnish a little bit. Like I've got some scuffs and scratches on it, but nothing green about it. I think yours might have meant to be green. Like if you got the green scales.
Yeah.
So, and now I believe you used this material before, this damtanium. Have you ever put this in any of your fixed blades?
What's that?
This damtanium?
Damtanium? No, I've never. I just got my first scales of camo carbon in. So I'm excited to work with that. I haven't worked with anything other than like your basic carbon fibers.
Carbon.
And other things. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've never worked with Campanium.
I would recommend, don't get me wrong, I know that when you order like carbon fibers, you have to get like a good chunk of it. So I'm not
Yeah.
saying rush out and order this, but I would love to see a fixed blade with this. Damtanium is like a matte zirconium, is what it looks like to me.
Uh-huh.
It's just way more affordable, but I'd love to see a fixed blade with.
What is the actual material? It's carbon fiber, right?
Yeah.
Or okay. My
Yep.
problem is when I go looking for the stuff is getting it in the thicknesses that I need it for a fixed blade.
Is there a set thickness that you need, like a fixed thickness, I should say?
I mean, on my smaller knives, usually 3/16, but on my larger knives, I really like to have a quarter to work with because I contour it and stuff. And if it's too thin at the start, then
You
I
can't
don't
contour
have,
it.
yeah, enough room.
And for anyone curious, this is the Tuya Wolf.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty sick knife. Super thick, big chunker. This is a Berg Blade Sweeney with the flipper delete, which I think makes it look infinitely sexier. Normally it's got this big fin up top, but without it,
That's slick.
yeah, I think it looks really good. We've got the, this is a lesser known knife. I'm not a fan of Boker,
Yeah.
but they did a collaboration with a custom maker named Weir. And this one turned out really, really clean. It's on washers, but the action is like really good.
Yeah, and that's another thing is, thinking about folding knives is washers, skiffs, bearings. What do you want to do? How do you want it to work? And I've held washer knives and they're just as drop shutty sometimes as skiffs. But I have yet to actually hold a knife on skiffs, but I did a blade show.
Yeah, so I mean, I personally really enjoy washer action because like you'll get a washer knife and it'll be super stiff and you can really only slow roll it. You can't flick it out. But then over time, the washers break in and the action feels incredible. That's why they talk about like the Sebenzas having really glassy, smooth action after a little while. So I would say if you want mass appeal, definitely skiffs because they do give a super premium feel. But if you want something to be a workhorse, I would definitely say washers.
Cool. Yeah, I like yet to, so, and that's a whole other thing is you got to counter for them, to recess it. You have to be very precise in that number range to keep everything functional. And my mill yet, I have a mill. It's an old mill, but it's not it isn't what do I want to say? It's not great. It's 1985 is when it was made, and it's like an old Century mill, which was Harbor Freight, but it's made in Taiwan. It's a really nice machine for what it is, but I don't know if I can do specific things with it. So getting there and finding all that out is kind of a wild realm.
And what kind of stuff are you hoping it can do for you?
Basically that, is like I would like to do mill patterns. I'm really into frag pattern. I love frag pattern. I would like to learn how to do frag pattern. But like if a CNC machine does it, it's just so precise and smooth without chatter and stuff. And seeing if the mill has any, run out on it, basically where I'm going to get little chatter marks through it. And chatter stuff like drives me insane. I hate seeing it, on like stuff that I've done in the past, and I literally sat there with a little hand sanding it, until it goes away. So things like
Do
that.
they make any single knife CNCs? Like, do they make a mini CNC that you can just do one milled titanium knife at a time?
They do make tabletop mills. They're coming out with newer stuff. As like technology grows, it constantly is changing, and it's just like the way that they can make them work. I've seen smaller tabletop mills, but you're still in like the $20,000 price range. So it's like if you're going to spend 20 grand on a CNC mill, in my opinion, it's like spend the 50 to 80 and get an actual CNC mill or 100,000. And dreams are big. here at BSF, and hopefully
Yep.
we'll get there one day, you know. So that's kind of the goal.
Just hit it with a pay in four. You know what I'm saying? Drop 25 grand just to get the ball rolling, and then you got like a month to pay the rest.
Exactly, you know, and that's the thing. It's like still, you know, we're still trying to get the business going. You know, it was we turned to YouTube to try to get like the basically the knowledge of how long it takes to make a knife was our original plan, and getting the name out there. And so we started doing build videos. And my first big video was my sister went to Goodwill and she came back with, I had to make a knife completely out of Goodwill items. Well, she came back with a hedge trimmer, and I made a complete knife out of just the hedge trimmer. The only thing that wasn't from the hedge trimmer was the epoxy I used to glue the handle scales together with.
Dude, that is sick.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. It was like one of our first videos, but yeah, it was really fun. And then we ended up giving it away with another knife, and that was like our first giveaway. Oh yeah, and I did it in 4 days, Kathy just said. Yeah, 4 days was like the challenge.
What are some interesting hiccups that you ran into during that challenge that you wouldn't have thought of before?
Oh, the melting plastic. That was like the hardest part of it, because I took the black and the orange out of the Black & Decker color, you know, because I figured that'd be cool to have one side black, one side orange, so it still has that Black & Decker colorway. And I took that and we put it in a blender. I mean, we put it in a food processor first. That didn't work because it was just cutting into it and just keeping it stuck to the blade. And then we tried like 3 different blenders. Finally found one that kind of worked and kind of pulverized it down a little bit. And then I put it in the kiln, and during that process, the kiln went out, and like, because it has to be like 500, I think 500 degrees, 510 degrees or something is like the melting point of plastic. And then I put it in there and it started burning. So then I covered it up, take the oxygen out of it, and it worked on one side. The other side was a little, that's when the kiln went out, so it didn't work out perfectly. But melting plastic was hard. But other than that, it was like pretty wild. I mean, even the pins came out the center shaft of the drive of the motor. So I cut the magnet part off the motor and then made the pins out of that. But it was pretty fun.
That's something that's cool about being, you know, a creator, somebody that can make things, is that you just you can like kind of make your own tools, and you can get really resourceful, you know, with very little materials. And I think it's cool you're able to make an entire knife out of, what was it, lawn shear or something? What was the?
It was like the hedge trimmers, you know, with the blades that go like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was those. I cut off all the little fingers off of it, and I took the center core off the blade, and then I stacked that up. Like, I think I had like 8 pieces, and I stacked that up and forward welded it together and forged a knife out of it.
That's sick.
And that was before press or anything, so it was all hand forged.
Hey, Brown Sugar, what's going on, girl? Gnarly Charlie, SoCal.
Yes, and I wanted to apologize to Greg because I have been saying Ferret's Greg because I'm really bad at reading names in the chat, but it is not. It's Freitas. Freitas. Anyway, I'm still messing it up. I'm butchering it. I'm sorry, but I did want to apologize about saying ferrets. I won't do it again. Sorry about that.
So what is it? It's Ferretus?
Yeah, it's I would imagine a Latin. I don't know. I'm doing my best with it, but what it looks like, like I said, I'm not even going to try because I'm just going to make a fool of myself. But yeah. Yeah, it was pretty toxic. I never really, like, the shop's open and we do have fans running, so things do get sucked out. But cyanide, that's pretty scary. And I didn't know that plastic's byproduct was cyanide. So definitely need to research more when I get into things, I guess.
Thank you, McRanger. I appreciate that, bro. And then SoCal, I've been spamming your videos, man. You do a really good job. I can see why you're getting so many views and why your channel's growing so fast. Very thoughtful, thorough, and in-depth videos, man. Keep up the great work.
So I'm going to try to pull this one up right now and share the screen. Derek, if you want to chat about it. I don't know if it's showing it on my end. Probably not. Let's see. Let's pull up the usurper. There it is. Wow, I can do it like that. That's cool. And sorry, I don't know if my screen's lagging any today, guys. I have been having internet issues with kind of everything moving a little slower than normal today.
So, so the usurper should drop again first week of July. At least that's what I've been told most recently.
Yeah.
The last drop was just the 20 that they had on hand. They sold out pretty darn quickly. I want to say they sold out in like 30 minutes or something. And it was a shadow drop too. Like they didn't put anything on the Ketua page about it. They didn't tell me about it. Actually, Wyvern Kodiak reached out to me and he said, Usurper's live. And I was like, are you serious? Yeah. So then I posted it up. But before I even posted it, 2 variants were sold out. And I think the purple had 1 left. So yeah, I was pretty excited for that.
Bro, when I saw your post, I did not walk. I ran to the website. I called Kathy up and I was like, which one did you like? Because obviously I wanted to surprise her, but I also didn't want to get her something that she didn't like. And the DLC was gone. That one was completely sold out immediately. I don't remember what options it was, but she's like, I just want the plain titanium one. I was like, okay, cool. So this is the one we ended up getting, Kathy. And it was awesome, man. I was like rushing because I was like, knew they were going to sell out fast, but it was really cool to get one of the first 20.
Yeah.
This is going to be the one I want right here for sure. I have been bitten by the purple bug.
Yeah, that one was actually supposed to be a little bit of a blurple, but they said, screw it. Well, this is going to be like it's deepest loud purple, and I'm here for it. I think it looks great.
I think it's beautiful, man. I really love it. I think it's a gorgeous night. I even like that, with this backspacer, like, and the clip and the collar.
That backspacer was a surprise. So the one I have is purple accents. It's a much lighter purple, but the backspacer is plain titanium. So whenever I saw the backspacer on that one being the same deep purple, I was super surprised by that. You guys would be shocked to know how little designers are kept in the loop. You basically submit your design and hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, even with the KB Get Some, it was a friend that told me, hey, they dropped it. And I was like, you're kidding me.
Yeah. Trish did bite me, man. She bit me with that bug. And it's honestly, the thing about it is the purple, I really didn't understand it. And also my thing is I love pink. Pink is like my color. It's my phone case, my water bottle, my surfboard that I made, pink. I love pink. I just have, and I have for a long time. I think it just goes well with black and white and a lot of other colors. I just like the colorway. So not all knives though are available in pink, but there is the purple option, and that's kind of in my opinion. And purple was one of my favorite colors prior to pink when I was younger. So I just recently got this one, and I love it. And it just hey. Trish bit me, and I now like purple.
I think gray and pink is one of my favorite color combos, like gray with pink accents and stuff. So I'm right there with you as far as pink goes, and as far as purple goes, even my vape is like kind of purple.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like I'm right there with you on the colors.
I like loud things. I'm a loud guy. Obviously, if you don't know that by now, I am pretty loud. I'm pretty energetic. I'm a hyper guy. I'm just who I am. But I do like loud colors. I recently just bought, it came in yesterday, a voltage. Ooh, what happened there? Voltage regulator. So I can try to start doing some anno.
Do you do titanium scales?
I haven't, but I want to.
That would be sick. That would be
so I was thinking about that because I don't scale on it to knives. Oh yeah, I wanted to say this real quick. Thank you, Weldon Carey, for this opportunity to win this beautiful Glideman. I won this on his members giveaway the other night, and I dig it. I do dig this knife. I do want to get the DVD version without the flipper tab, and the Ultim, of course, his Ultim thing. But I want to say thank you Hunter, for that. I really appreciate it.
Sick knife. For anyone who hasn't tried one, I hate Ultim. Like, I'm not a fan whatsoever. Um, but if a knife feels good enough, it'll supersede the looks of a knife. And this knife feels absolutely incredible. It's been in my pocket pretty much every day as a secondary, like a backup carry to whatever I'm reviewing. And
Yeah.
I love this thing.
Yeah, I think on DVDs Live the other night you said that it was like it's your workhorse, one of the ones you use the most, like for working and stuff, and getting
Yep.
in different things. And I've gotten into that. That's happened to me now. It's like, man, I'm like, I got my knives I don't want to mess up. And I've always been the guy that uses them. I'm always going to carry them. They will probably end up getting a little scratch here and there, but I am really particular about like showing people like, my sister or my dad or anyone. Like sometimes I watch Kathy grab them all up like this the other day. I was like, whoa. Stop. You got to like carry them. Like I walk in the house, and I got them like in my fingers. And
Yeah.
I got pockets because I'll end up walking out. I end up like 8 knives outside. And I'm like walking like this, trying to open the door up. So
I was literally going to say, yeah, in between the fingers is the way to go.
Yeah, it's like you just got 5 fingers full of knives. It's wild.
No, that's cool, man. That's another thing I really like is kind of seeing your journey through folders, and obviously you've always been into knives, but kind of seeing you, because like a lot of people pick up a knife and they're like, okay, this cuts things. But then like whenever you pay attention to like, how far do I have to push this button before the blade drops? And how does the action feel on the open and on the close, right? Is it scratchy? Is there any friction there? Can I feel the bearings? Things like that. How does it carry closed? Versus, the ergonomics whenever it's opened? Just all sorts of, what are the acoustics? Like I got this knife right here. It's got some pretty baller. Oh, sorry for the shake.
No, you're good.
This has some pretty baller acoustics to it. And you just pick up all these little details that really have nothing to do with the functionality of the knife.
Yeah.
And
it's so wild, man. It's like the little things. You see like the design process, and it's like seeing all of the thought process that goes into actually designing a knife is insane, because there's so many little tiny details that you don't pick up on. Like you can grab a knife and just flick it out and be like, yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, right. And hand it back to someone. But it's like, oh man, but you didn't look at it. Like I showed my buddy the other night. He's like, I hate this. And I'm like, but it works. It has a reason, that it's like that. He's like, it'd be cooler if it was chamfered down on the corner. I was like, yeah, but then it wouldn't function as easy as it does now. And, it's not for everyone. But for me, I think it's a pretty rad, cooler knife. And I just got this one's brand new. Not brand new to me, but Kathy worked out a little trades deal for me. So that's pretty cool.
that is sick. That's a sick knife. It's one of those knives that aesthetically isn't for me, but then whenever I got it in hand, I couldn't deny the quality and the feel of it. The knife is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and I believe QSP is the OEM for them. And I've held one QSP, but now, it's like their design, but you kind of get like, and then learning OEMs. Like I didn't realize like the OEM process. I didn't realize how many there were. I didn't realize that people did that. I didn't realize companies turned, not just making their company's knives. They do reach out to designers. They do want people, because you got the people that are the ones really making what they can't find in something else, which is what I feel like you did here on the Usurper. And I just can't flick sometimes. Ugh. Like I've been learning how to flick. I learned how to flick literally. It was like 2 months into the journey of YouTube. So I've only been flicking knives for like 8 months.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to. I will say the lock bar tension on the Usurper is pretty tight though. So, that's one thing I'm going to fix in the future knives I have is I'm going to have them decrease lock bar tension. That way it's just not as tight because it gives it a stiffer detent, and I love a stiffer detent. Like for me, the detent's perfect. But for some people, if the detent's too strong, then, they could misflick it. Or if they just don't have enough experience, But
Yeah.
yeah, what I did with this knife was I was just trying to find something. I know that I really like American custom knives. Like that's my favorite like genre of knife. And this was inspired a little bit by the Prince Protean, the Brian Brown Raptor. You know, I wanted something that had really good blade to handle ratio,
Yeah.
and just something that maybe give the feel of an American custom, ironically, in a Chinese OEM knife. And I think people have responded really well to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. And Kathy says that she flicks it just fine. And she did a short about it yesterday when she was out to dinner with the family. She went outside, I guess, to flick the knife because she was just chosen to flick it. And that's pretty awesome. She made a little short. I was like, post it, man. That's a great video. So
Well, I need to subscribe. I didn't know she had a channel.
no, she does it on mine. Because our channel is basically a group. Uh, it's me and her. We
Right.
kind of started it together. We're in this together. We're in this business together, and it's kind of our thing. So like we just share the channel, and she's just like people have said, you start your interest. She's like, this is just too much work because between the two of us, which is awesome, and it's hard like for me to work to make knives all day, and then to put up shorts, make videos, edit videos, and it's like I'm in the process of working and trying to record at the same time when I'm doing certain things, and then Kathy helps with the editing, and then I also do some editing as well, so it's a shared channel.
Can I tell an embarrassing story?
Of course you can.
So the very first stream of yours that I caught, I didn't know seeing your live stream was the very first time I'd ever encountered you at all.
Uh-huh.
And Sister Stables was there too. I didn't know you guys were siblings though. I thought you guys were really good friends. And
It's
then whenever you guys were talking about like going to Blade Show and staying in the same home, and then I heard she had a husband, and I was like, that poor husband. I would not. Holy cow! I was like, this is wild. And then I was told DVD said that you guys were siblings, and I was like, that makes so much sense. But in the beginning, I was like, this is crazy. Like, she's married and her husband's just letting her stay the night with
so
Bernard
rich.
Stables. Yeah, I was like, that's the level of trust is beyond me. Yeah, so that was pretty embarrassing on my part. Yeah, DVD was like, they're siblings, right? And I was like, oh, okay. I probably
Yeah.
would have.
No, we grew up together. No, yeah, dude. I mean, constantly, like we've talked about getting our shirts made with like, sister, brother, because literally
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh, your wife," and I'm like, "No, man, it's my sister," because I'm a single man, and she's a married lady, 25 years. So, and my brother-in-law is an amazing dude. He's a cool guy.
Well, I think both of you guys have youthful looks to you. Like you both kind of have this like charming, youthful exuberance to you. And I think in my mind, that's kind of what made it seem like, and you guys do have, it's obviously sibling chemistry, but there was like some familiarity there. And I was like, man, these guys are probably already, I don't know. Look, I'm going to root for Clayton. I hope after everything's done, I hope he's the winner. But yeah. So happy to know you guys are just siblings.
It's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, it's wild because you got so many people coming in recently. Their growth has been pretty good. Pretty fast, I would say. And also don't even know what normal growth is, but I imagine it's not as fast as what's been happening to us, and it's wild, and we're just kind of overwhelmed. But yeah, people just don't know.
Well, I would say you're definitely growing pretty fast, man. You and Sister Stables engage with the community on such a frequent basis that you guys are already deeply embedded into it.
Yeah.
And like your absence would be noticed. You know what I'm saying? Like for some reason you just left YouTube, like the entire community, our part of the knife world would instantly be like, what, we just lost a family member. Like, where did he go? He needs to come back right now. And same for Sister Stables. Like she's integrated herself so deep, so fast. It's been awesome to see you guys grow together.
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of came out swinging. I think because it was the lack of attention to what we were doing, and like YouTube or Instagram was shadow banning us, and it really dropped because I was mostly selling my knives, and posting them on um, Instagram, and it was working, and it worked for a while, and all of a sudden it went poof and just stopped, bro. I mean, I went like 3 months with not a single sale. And when you want to talk about being really down and like want to give up, if it wasn't for Kathy keeping me going, like, all right, well, let's try like another week, give it another week, let's just see, and then like us just brainstorming, like, what can we do? Because like now we can't get it out there, and it was just like, this sucks. And her husband was the one that came up with it. He said, why don't you do YouTube? Because all I do is watch YouTube. All I do, I paid for YouTube for 12 years, premium, and all I do is watch YouTube. And I watch I watch YouTube videos, and I still do it to this day. I watch mostly. I must watch a lot of content, and then I put myself to bed with knife making, and that's just been happening for years. So I'm trying to find the point that I was getting to, but I think I forgot.
No, well, I think because you started talking about like your start on YouTube, and then you branched into, you watch a shit ton of YouTube. Like clearly you value the content, and I assume that it just made sense for you to start making your own.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, we kind of just were like, we were at a loss of like, trying to make money, and then getting embedded in the community was just it was such. And I hear everyone talk about it, and everyone says it saved my life. And I was going through transitions of friends and different lifestyles, and then converting it all, taking care of mom and dad and helping them out when they needed it here at the house, and just my whole life changed rapidly. And then I went into knife making and like trying to figure out what I wanted to do. It's just like job change, and then pivoting at 42 years old or 41 to knife making is a full-time career. I was doing it part-time, and then I was like, man, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this job anymore. And I just stopped, and we just went full bore, and Instagram sucked, and then that happened, and then YouTube has just been a life changer for me and her.
A hell of a journey, man. And I'm right there with you. I had gotten divorced, and then within a year of that divorce, I found pocket knives and YouTube, and I'm 30, I think 38 right now. Yeah, I'm 38 right now. And, I felt wild, being 36 at the time, and then jumping into YouTube and making content. Like it was a weird pivot for me.
Yeah, it's wild, and it's a lot of work. It's sorry, get distracted by the chat. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's been wild. It's fun, and it's a fun journey, and the community is great, and everyone just like pumps you up, makes you feel good. Like that's the big thing. It's like you'll have down days, and I'll go live, randomly sometimes, and just because I'm like kind of down, and you go in and people are just like pumping you up and making you feel good, and that's really amazing. It's just an amazing community to be a part of. And yeah, I just, going back to what you said about, if we like bailed out, people would be like wondering, and I'm sure we would, like we would get calls because people have my personal number, people hit me up on Instagram, and like I talk to a lot of people, and it's like I have this whole new friend group that's really cool. And it was nice meeting you and your son, I believe, right?
Yeah, Raiden.
Yeah, he was showing me all the Katua knives.
Yeah, he wants to be a gunsmith, and I called a local gun shop yesterday and was like, hey, do you mind if I bring my son up there and you kind of show him what smithing looks like? And they walked us around, showed us all their machines and stuff, and he's really pumped about it. So that was pretty exciting. But he also isn't super into knives, but he has such a passion for the community. Yeah. Like I bring him to blade shows with me, and he just loves it.
He was so kind. He was very nice to me. He was like, has my dad seen this knife yet? He would love it. And I was like, he might have. But yeah, it was really cool, man. It was nice to meet him. Blade show was just that was a whole whirlwind. I mean, that was my first time, and like just it was really strange to like walk down the aisle and someone say, today let's make a knife. It's like, well, hey, what's going on? Who are you?
So that was my third Blade show, but every Blade show is massively overstimulating. You never get to see everything you want to see. Like you think 3 days is a lot, and then you realize you haven't seen half the show.
Man, like next year I really want to just have a day where I focus. But it's hard to do because you walk by people and then you want to talk to them and they're going somewhere and you're like, let's go. I want to go with you and hang out.
Yep.
So you were like, plan was to make it to, I wanted to go see, Lefty over at Devo Knives. Never ever made it. And it slipped my mind. It's like the things that I wanted to do, I never did. And on the way home, I was like, dude, I completely forgot. Completely. Yeah, come on, Sergeant Maximus, next year.
I think it was Splitting Slices that jumped in and said I wasn't the only one that thought that. So I appreciate that, Splitting Slices. Thank you for not leaving me hanging.
Bro, you are not the only person. Like several people have thought the same thing. So yeah, Kathy, you never saw Morgan. I saw Morgan. I hung out with him for a minute over at Darkwater. What else is going on in here? So let's talk about this. How about this one? Well, tell me about this one, if you don't mind. I would love to know. Let me get my screen right. I'm still learning the StreamYard thing, so bear with me.
Oh, you're fine, brother.
While I learn, I guess I stop that screen, and then we do this share screen. All right, yeah, let's talk about the Get Some.
So the Get Some was my very first design ever. I designed that, I want to say about 2.5 years ago now. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to make, it was just my first design. I was just excited. I wanted to make something that I thought people would like, something that I knew would have high utilitarian value. So it's not my most creative design, but I designed what I set out to design, and I was just thankful that KB picked it up. I'm just really excited to get it in hand, though, because I never even saw a prototype of it, so I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what it feels like. I don't know how the action is. I don't know how. I mean, KB kills it. Like their fit and finish is through the roof, so I have no doubt they did the same thing here. But yeah, I almost forgot about this design. Like I just assumed they weren't going to do it because of how much time passed. Like I designed it 2.5 years ago and it just dropped in the last week and a half. Yeah.
I mean, it looks great. It looks like a utilitarian knife, like you said. But it's got that nice little front flipper tab on it. It's a slick design, man. And that's what I was saying basically is getting when you get into what's your first folding knife going to be? It's like I want to make a knife that I used to like, similar to that style, and have it flicky fun and work, basically. I love this purple. Trish bit me. I swear, dude. But see, you get the hints of pink in the purple anno, and I think that's why I'm keen to it. It's because I think it's cool. It's a. And all this is coming up on the screen, right? Because I can't see. Oh, where is Sever at? I lost him. He is no longer here. No wonder he wasn't responding. I don't know what happened to Sever, guys. We'll see if he pops back in. But yeah, we'll just continue to look. Actually, I'm going to wait. There he is. He's back. There we go.
Yeah, my bad on that. Internet disconnected. I couldn't hear you anymore.
What's that?
I said internet disconnected, I guess, and I couldn't hear you anymore.
All right. Your kind of mic's changed a little bit. I don't know if that might have come off or something, but it's all good. We'll get through it. But yeah, man, I'm just looking at the, I was looking at it and I looked back. I was like, where's he at?
Can you hear me better now?
Is perfect, Sever. Perfect. Sounds great.
Excellent.
So I wanted to get back into this. Like I was saying, I think this is when I might have lost you. I was talking about the purple. You know, and it's like I think why I like the purple now, and like is when the purple Anno, you know, like you see on this one, you get like the Usurper is a little darker, but this
Yeah,
one here has a light. You kind of get those pink hues in it, you know, and it's really beautiful. I love it, and I
I
really like.
appreciate that, man.
I'm gonna have to put this on the list. You know, the list has been growing.
So I don't have a code yet. I'm gonna get one, but I want to say literally every YouTuber other than me has a 20% off code for KB knives, which means the one that says 240 actually starts out at 192. So just make sure you don't pay anywhere near 240 for it. Like it's a great knife, but is it's a great value at 192 bucks. At 240, it would be hard to recommend because there's a lot of competition at 240 bucks. But
Trish, you silly goose. It's 65 of you guys in here. I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with us and Sever 7 and talking about, you know, knives, just chilling. And I'm really enjoying these Saturday stable sessions with having guests on it. And next Saturday, we're going to work out something. I don't know yet. I do have a Lone Star Knife Supply coming in Saturday for the Great American Knife Tour, and they're going to be in the shop. And depending on what time that ends, will kind of dictate the live next Saturday. And then I just want to let everyone know that. And a guest coming in on the 4th of July might be kind of difficult, but I'm going to work it out regardless. You know, so if there's anyone out there that is doing something, wants to talk about something, and you are free the 4th of July, let me know. Just wanted to get that out there. So
yeah, really appreciate everybody that's in the live and everyone that's sticking around for for the live stream. Super appreciate you guys. I know you guys
right.
are mostly here for Clayton, but I'm still feeling the love. So
They're here to see
yeah,
the usurper. They are here to see the usurper. And another reason why it's hard for me to flick right now is I did so much jimping this week and filing that my hands are literally swollen and I can barely like make a fist. So it's like really sore all in here right now. So let that be known. It is not the knife, guys. It is definitely me.
level on up. See you later, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, level on up. Or he might be saying, I think he's saying later to Derek. I think Derek's leaving, maybe. Yeah, he's got to go. All right, Derek, we'll see you later, bro. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Derek for reals.
Hey, nothing
So
but love, J1 Doobie. Thank you for that.
you want to see a couple of things that I did this week?
I'd love to.
I'll show you. I'll show everyone else as well. So this week, what I did, and why my live stream was kind of slack yesterday because I was so tired, is that I heat treated. I'll just kind of pull them out one by one. We got five, I think that is, five Caius. One's a Nitro V, which is spoken for. I think that one right there. Yeah, that one is for Mr. Help with Gadgets. But then we have four more that we did, and we got some spaced out jimping on these. And I got a couple slickbacks, is what I'm calling them now. So that's we did those. That's five Caiuses, and then also five of the Lemmy models. And so that one I think is spoken for. That was a Nitro V.
Love that.
Mr. James. And then we got, one slick back or two, and then one with full jimping and one with three spaced out jimps. So I'm kind of stoked on that one. I kind of like that look. Kind of funky, a little different, but still functional all the way through. But yeah, this is my Lemmy model. So pretty pumped on these. And then I got a new design that's only one of them has been done. And that was picked up by another guy named Derek at Blade Show. But this is my new model called the Lead. So kind of a weird sheep's footy, got a little like ramp up right here for your finger and stuff. But kind of
It's like a tank, bro. That thing looks sick.
Doesn't it? I mean, like, it kind of looks like a train to me. My dad was a railroad engineer, right? And then his nickname is Lead. And I've been doing like the naming knives after like bands kind of thing. That's why I got the Lemmy after Lemmy Killmeister, the Caius is the band, and then the Lead, it kind of named after my dad. And it does have like kind of like this big tank train kind of look to it. but I named that one after the Pops and Led Zeppelin, of course. And then the Motley, and this one's for Mr. Brian White, Kelly's husband. It's pretty stoked on this Motley in the AEB-L. So that's kind of what I've been working on this week. I got a couple of oyster knives because I do those as well. So those are done that night as well. So 15 knives I heat treated in. Let's see. Sorry, get this back to normal. 15 knives in one day, and I was basically started at 6 yesterday, or 6 o'clock Wednesday, I think it was, or Thursday.
Holy cow, man!
Yeah, 6 o'clock Thursday, and I didn't end until like 4:45.
Can you pick up one of the Warncliffs?
Sure.
Now, if you flip that one upside down for me.
Like this.
I'm just saying a Tonto drop point would go super hard, bro.
A Tonto drop point?
Yeah, so like that upside down kind of looks like a Tonto. So if you just drop the tip a little bit, make it kind of a Tonto drop point, I think that would be sick.
Let me show you my zip model. So this is one of my designs that I've done several of. Been a pretty good seller. One of my top sellers. This is my Tonto style.
Oh yeah.
So that's the one I called the zip.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You got a little drop on the point, nice Tonto blade.
Yeah.
Love the size of that thing. That thing's sick.
Yeah, and that's a full, it's a full 4 finger, three. That's a 3.5, 3 3/4 finger grip. But you have that kick up right there, so it does grip in your hand really nicely. And that's the zip model. And then I am working on the unzip. I think I forget what's up, Aries? How are you? I'm working on the unzip, as Kathy just shared. The unzip model is going to be a reverse Tonto. Since I have the zip Tonto style, I think someone said it in the chat. I think it might have been Cicero. I can't remember. But he was like, bro, you should make the unzip. So we're going to work on the unzip. I have drawn something up. I have 2 sizes, and we're going to do something with that before too long.
That's sick. That's awesome, man. I love the creativity coming out. And I'm so thankful because Tonto lives matter. So I'm super thankful that you've got a Tonto out there. It's not the most utilitarian thing, so people sometimes shy away from it, but aesthetically it's just so good looking.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was like one of the first different shapes, like I kind of did a couple years ago, and I was like, man, I really like this. I've been doing something weird with but yes, definitely, Nathan, let's do that. I need to get one of yours as well, so need to do something. But yeah, I don't know. I like the Tontos. I've always liked Tontos, and I like the American style Tonto style, and I think it would be awesome one day to maybe set a goal to it'd be really cool to take your fixed blades and turn them all into folding as well.
Hell yes.
And I think that's like a 5-year plan, but I think eventually, I'd love to have this little knife in a folding form, which when you take the blade, this as being a designer, you take that blade shape, even though it's a small knife now, in a 3 1/4 or 3.5 finger grip. For me, the handle shape is going to have to get bigger.
Yeah.
To accept that, and that's something I'm trying to figure out and drawing, and thinking about these new folding knife designs. As I just don't know, and I know you can move pivots around and you can do certain things and try to get stuff to move, but as a concept, thinking about stuff like that is mind blowing. And like I said, I'm very thankful to have Mr. Bless on my side to kind of walk me through some things. We've definitely communicated about some stuff, and he's really been very helpful. So you said you have several other knife designs coming down the pipe?
Yeah. I showed him on DBD's his live stream, the one I was a part of, but I don't know that I've shown you. Did you get to see those?
I did not.
Okay.
Can you share some things, or is it?
Yeah. I got you, bro. I can share.
I just want to say, hey, Nate, you were right. It was you and Dong in the chat that said that day. I was wrong about that. Citro's a homie. So, but yes, you were right. You were right. You were right. I must admit, I'm curious about Kathy's sheets. I've never seen one. All right. Well, yeah. Terry, you got to check this out. I will make you big, um, if you'd like to share. I don't know. Can you share your screen? Right, Derek.
Oh, I apologize. Sorry, I didn't realize you were talking to me.
It's all right.
Let me see here.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I'm new at this stuff too.
Yeah, man. No, take your time, bro. It's all good. We're learning together in this process, guys. And like I said, hopefully these will get better. Eventually, I'm gonna end up paying for StreamYard so that we can have a little bit more fun with it. Maybe have some intro videos and do some cool stuff. But got to get it all in the budget. Hey, Nate, good to see you in here, man. It was so good hanging out with you at Blade Show, bro. I had a good time hanging with you and Grateful and Derek, the other Derek. It was a good crew there. Hanging out at Aries, man. That was so cool that I was doing like a video of your knife that I was holding from Jim Miller, and then you walked up, and then I was able to do like the next video right immediately after with you and your knife. And that was really fun. And also, Jim Miller, if you're in here, prayers and thoughts with you, about your mother and stuff. We feel for you and sorry you're going through it. And if you need to, reach out. Love to talk to you anytime if you need a friend.
So it shows me on my side, it shows me sharing my screen, but there it is. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a bigger knife. This is the Paragon. This one's going through.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good, brother.
I didn't figure it out. Here we go. Now I think I got it.
Yeah, this one's contracted to Cat2O, and this is actually the next knife going into production. So that's the Paragon. Cat2O's got they're able to process knives super quick, so I would not be surprised to see this by the end of the year. We've got a gentleman's folder. It's front flipper only. It's a little over 8 inches, so it's going to be a big knife. Super excited for this one. This one was inspired a little bit by like the Shamwari, a little bit by the CKF Gnome. Just those like legendary knives that are front flipper only. I wanted to make one of my own, so this is what I came up with.
I love it. I think it's great. You kind of see your style in that, in all of these. I see your style.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm trying to hammer out some of the things that I want to be present in every knife. So every knife I design, I get a little bit closer to. Well, it's the same with fixed blades when you make them, right? You have to figure out what your style is.
Yeah.
And with every knife you make, you get a little bit closer to seeing like, what your preferences are. This one's going to have a straight clip. And these knives are going to all be reversible clips, inset locks, just to show some lefty love. So this one I'm excited for. This one I designed maybe 4 months ago, so it's one of my more recent designs. It's got a wicked recurve, harpoon, tanto, but then it's pretty subdued whenever it's closed. So I think it'll surprise people when that blade comes out. And then this one's my favorite design.
Ooh.
This one is through Tuya, and that's because Tuya has they recently bought a second lathe machine, which has reduced the cost of their integrals from a starting price of $400 down to a starting price of $300.
Wow, for an integral. And I really like. So you were talking about this the other night in DVD's Live. And I asked, and a couple other people asked, and some might want to know right now, that the triangle piece right there on the pivot on the lockup side. You with me? You still there,
Yeah,
Sever?
yeah, I'm
Okay.
still here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
What
this
was
acts as the over travel stop.
okay?
So where it intersects with the lock bar right here, it's just to make sure you don't over crank the lock bar whenever you disengage it. So that's all
That's,
that is. An
I like
external
that.
stop. Oh, thank you.
That's awesome. It's a nice little feature that I haven't really seen on anything else. So I dig that.
Yeah, so hopefully this one comes out at a crisp $299, right there at the $300 price point.
And that
I
is
would
an
love,
integral.
yeah, this one's going to be an integral.
That is awesome.
That's why it's got
Integral.
the external lock bar stop, because with integrals, since it's milled out of one piece of titanium, you really can't do anything for the internals. Like you can't mill it out for weight reduction. You can't put a stop internally into the
Yeah.
knife. So that's why you see the external.
I tell you,
Uh,
I love an integral knife. I think they're really cool, awesome, and like that is something I have yet to really try to figure out, like wrap my head around, and it's something that I definitely would like to, like I was saying about the whole one piece Damascus knife, having the integral, with you have it on the spine and everything, the whole pattern
mhm.
flowing through a knife would just be exceptional.
Dude, I'm obsessed with integrals. I collect them specifically, and yeah, I would like if Tuya is willing to. I mean, I'll still have knives for Ketuo and knives for KB. I enjoy working with those companies, but my core designs I would like to all be integrals. So if Tuya is willing, I've got two more designs that are in the works that I'm going to filter straight to Tuya and get them made as like, and they'll do crazy stuff, man. Like they want to do a version of this with crystal titanium. They want to do a version of this with mother of pearl inlays. Like, um, really excited to see what Tuya can do with this.
That's awesome. When is that one supposed to be released? Maybe, or you hasn't been picked up yet, right?
Well, so no, Tuya did pick this one up.
Okay.
So this one should be, my hope is before the end of the year. Because like Ketuo's got three in line and Tuya only has this one from me. So I'm hoping this one's out in the next, well, before the end of the year.
That's awesome.
This one's called the Contempt.
The content, like the name. Like,
Contempt, like hatred.
okay, contempt. I like that name.
Yeah. I'm an emo kid at heart, so all of my names are like, this is the Paragon, this one's the Ascendant, like, yeah, all super edgelordy, cheesy names. And then I just want to show this really quick because this is a current grail of mine.
Yeah, I'm
This
gonna let
is
you show that, and I'm gonna take a quick little bathroom break. So I'm gonna mute my mic. So go ahead,
for sure,
show
bro.
off what you want, and you got the full. Right. Mick Ranger, I'll
Appreciate
get
you.
to your milestone. For some reason, it didn't come up on my stream in the chat, but I want to get to that.
So this is the CKF Lex, and I am obsessed with this knife. It looks so clean. The milling is fantastic. The black crystal tie looks incredible. I love these thumb studs. I actually did a short of this knife at Blade Show and fell in love with it. This is the knife at Blade Show that I missed, and I was so crabby about it that I just didn't buy anything because this one got picked up before I could buy it. Such a good looking knife, though.
Yeah, I love that. Let's see, get you back in here. I love that. I saw you talking about it on again DVDs Live the other night, and that's something you're picking up, right?
Probably not.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll call it a grail fail. I have some knives up for sale, and if 2 or 3 of them sold, then absolutely I would pick it up. But
Yeah.
but they have not sold.
Do you
So
have them currently? Do you want to show those? Maybe maybe it'll let's get Sever to get his grail. It's not a fail yet.
no facts. It's not a fail yet. What was I selling? Give me 1 sec. I'm reaching for them.
And in that time, find that knife. I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to Mick Ranger here. He has been a member, Stables member for 3 months.
Oh cow.
Mr. Mick Ranger, that is awesome, and it's wild to even know that we've had the availability to have members for 3 months, and that is awesome. Really, really appreciate you, Mick Ranger. You've been here since the beginning, and several other people have as well. But Mick Ranger, you're the one that reached out to me after Big Reds and was like, "Yo, you cannot. People don't see you if you don't tag them." And it was a big help learning YouTube stuff and chatting in chats. So thank you, Mick Ranger, for being a member for 3 months. I appreciate you. Much love, my brother.
Man, those people that come in and help us out whenever we are like brand new to something, always lifesavers.
Right? And it is wild. And he just said the milestone is for you and Kathy. That is correct. And Kathy appreciates it so much. And she's just not here to say it. But she also asked a question. She said, Clayton, please show Terry a sheath of mine, please. By the way, I got my eye on an Orlock. Okay. Heck yeah, Kathy. Let's see. What sheath, Kathy? I'm trying to find it. I don't know where it is currently. Maybe in here. Oh, so we got a couple sheets from Kathy in here. I'll show you, Terry. This is one that Kathy is recently working on, and she's kind of redesigning stuff from what she got feedback from our pass around knife. And I believe this is the one, Kathy. Huh. I think you did something to it. Now it's really tight. Well, anyway. Goodness gracious, I don't know. We're going to talk about that one. I'm having trouble getting the modeling in right now, but she is working on this one, so it's something she's in the works on. And she, I think, wet it or something. But anyway, right now she's got like this one is something that she's working on. This is prototype that she's got going on. So, and it's something she's trying to figure out. So it's not perfect. This is not her best work, but some of her best work is this one. This is one that Kathy, style that she's been doing. So she's doing this right here, and there's been a lot of talk about this. I'm a motorcycle rider, so I like this sheath so that your knife doesn't fall out. There was talk about, the pass around knife. So we're learning. She's learning, should I say. She's learning a lot, and I know that y'all have shared some things. So if you ever, she deleted her Instagram. Terry, so if you ever all want to talk, just reach out through my Instagram. Kathy is always loving to learn new knowledge on the leather stuff, but it's kind of some of the stuff she's got going on. She's killing it. I mean, Kathy's been making leather sheaths for a very short period of time, and this one came through. So I just wanted to share that with Terry. Kathy asked, but Splitting Slices Byron has been a member for 3 whole months. Really appreciate you. Thank you. Byron, much love. We appreciate it. And Kathy does too as well. Thank you. The first one. I think I missed that. Sorry, Sever. I'm coming back to you, buddy. I'm just trying to get, a little stuff. Okay. I think I got stuff caught up, guys. If I missed something, I'm sorry, but I do want to add Sever back in here and not keep him backstage because he is the guest today. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sever 7's channel, please go over there, subscribe, and I'm sure one of the mods will drop the link in the chat, but most of you probably are. But if you aren't, go check him out. He's doing cool stuff.
Appreciate that, bro. I'm certainly not making dope knives on live streams, but I put some effort into my videos. So if you guys like knife reviews that are similarly styled to Metal Complex, I kind of took his format for having like an order of operations on every video, and I really enjoy it. Helps me stay consistent. But yeah, I mean, watch a video, and if you like it, cool, and if you don't, that's cool too. Just give me some feedback in the comments. As far as the knives for sale. So these are a couple of them. I have the Wee Sword Fin that's going to go up. Well, that's already up. I've got the BMK Ether.
Oh, let me do this real quick, and I want to make you big. I just want to say, Trish, much love for being a channel member for 3 whole months. Much love to you. Mama Mo, we love you. You know it.
She's actually one of my moderators, and she is fantastic at it.
Trish is one of the most amazing people. I love her dearly. We hung out at Blade Show a lot, and it was just great. It's great to hang out. And now that y'all are hitting it now. Sorry, Sever. We're gonna get these knives.
Absolutely, bro. Do it.
Apex Carry EDC, thank you for being a channel member for 3 whole months. It's wild that we've been here for 3 whole months having the monetization stuff. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Rabino. I do. All right, let's make you large. And let's see these knives that Sever has up for sale, guys.
Yeah, for sure. So going back to it, we have the Wee Sword Fin with the lightning anno. Actually, a big fan of this knife. I'm kind of in Rob's spot, though, like where Rob sells knives he doesn't necessarily want to sell. These knives are all fantastic, but, you know, I work a full-time job. Funds are not unlimited. So if I want to get something I really want, then I have to sell stuff for it. This is the BMK Ether. This one is a Riot American Ultimatum. Absolutely fantastic knife. I was going to keep this and do like a stone wash on the scales, but if it sells, then it sells. But I love this knife so much. It is exactly my style of knife with that super aggressive. You see the recurve, the Tonto. American's a big inspiration for my designs too. So like, yeah, having this Bowie Tonto with a recurve compound ground is just fantastic, and Riot kills it with their OEM work. So
do you want to share the price ranges that you're selling these for?
Yeah, so this one here, everything's going to be below retail. This one here is going to go for, I want to say 2, which I think puts it about $60 under retail. And then this one and this one, probably $285 for each one of those. So that puts this about 70 under retail, I want to say, and that puts this one. I think these were 400, so that puts this one about 115 under retail. Wow, but if they were 350, it still puts them like $65-$70 under retail. So they're all under retail, and since I have a few dedicated users, I don't cut or carry with the majority of my knives because I collect based on the aesthetic. I collect based on makers I want to support and, you know, fidgetability. But like, I mean, even the American's got, I mean, the clip's in perfect shape. You know, the blades are all in perfect shape. I don't use most of my knives is what it comes down to. So
how can people reach you to if they were interested in purchasing these?
If you guys were interested in a knife, hit me on Instagram. You know, or if you want me to hold something for you, I can do that too. I know I got some offers for a few other knives I had up for sale. You know, but some people have to wait until payday, and that's totally fine by me. I've had people hold shit until payday for me also. So like, I'm always willing to, you know, to do the same thing. So if I have something you really, really want, and you need me to hold it for a week or something like that, I can do that for you. Not a big deal.
What about your email address? Does that work as well? Because some people don't have Instagram.
Yeah, it's sever7 SEVR SEVN @gmail.com.
Cool.
So just the name you see on screen @gmail.com. You guys can reach out to me there. Insta's fine. If you have my cell phone number, I know some of you guys do. You can shoot me a text message, just whatever.
Awesome. Well, that is great.
Hey, I appreciate you letting me share those knives. I appreciate you guys letting me share my grail. And Bluminati, thank you for the link.
Yeah, I just saw that. I was going to pin that in a second, but we got to get to Ginger Fisher, 75, has been a member for 1 whole month. Thank you so much, Ginger Fisher. We appreciate you supporting the channel and all of you guys that are supporting the channel. And we do have a members giveaway video up. If you have not yet, please go over there, comment on that video. We are going to do the drawing. You don't have to be present to win on the members giveaway, but we will be doing a drawing on Wednesday during our live. And we will be, I think, maybe joined by Lone Star because he's going to talk about because he's going to come that weekend here to the shop for the American Knife Tour. So, you know, that's going to be a fun day. Wednesday, our Wacky Wednesday lives, guys. So that's going to be a great time. We appreciate you so much, everyone. And yes, so get in. If you're a member, if you've been gifted a membership, you're eligible. So go over there and, you know, comment on that video. And then I will be posting another video for the other giveaway, probably maybe today or next week. And we have a couple more, guys. I appreciate you. Miss Kelly's Mishmash. Let's get Kelly to 500, guys. If you're not subscribed to her channel, I know a lot of you in here are. So go over there, subscribe to Kelly. We're trying to get her to 500. She does a lot for the community. She's always donating stuff to the community, guys. If you have a new channel, she donates. If you have an existing channel, she still donates. And most stuff that you've won in giveaways that has paracord in it, most of the time it comes from Kelly's Mishmash, and she has a kind heart and very, very nice and supporter of this community. So let's get Kelly to 500, and I hope to go past it, guys. Let's get past it. But thank you, Kelly's Mishmash, for being a member. 3 whole months. Much love, Big Sis, number 3. Illuminati Ninja. Hey, looky there, Shrimpy Boy Treats. That's right. Thank you, Illuminati Ninja, for supporting the channel and all of the super chats for Shrimpy Boy Treats. He appreciates it. He's taking the day off and chilling inside. But I appreciate it, Illuminati Ninja. Thank you so much. Let's see. Start catching up on the track. Yeah. I'm still 5 away from 100. William Hornbossel's trying to get to 100, man. Guys, if you're not following, sub to William Hornbossel's channel, go over there and give him some sub love as well. This community is awesome and supportive of everyone. Sever, you know that, and it's 100%. Really amazing,
Yeah, and I gotta say, Kelly's Mishmash has sent me some custom paracords, and they are absolutely fantastic. She knows that I like teal and purple, so she made some combinations of that, and they're incredible. I mean, they're so awesome.
Yeah,
so
these amazing monkey fist that she makes. I mean, Weldon Carey sent me this one from the giveaway. I mean, it's just, these things are insane. I mean, the amount of work to do. I'm going to make myself big because let's just talk about the amount of work that goes in to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, talk about your hands hurting. That's insane. Look at that.
Fit and finish is great.
I know.
Tolerances are tight.
It's so snug. Like, it's insane.
You could use that as a self-defense weapon.
She pays for it. She pays for it to be shipped out with, for people as a giveaway. And when she puts 10, 15 of these in a box for you, that weight is insane,
Yeah, no reason she shouldn't be at least 500 subscribers. I'm already sub to her, otherwise I'd sub again.
Right. Go sub to Kelly's Mishmash. There it is. We're going to get to these things. My iPad's about to die, but I don't think I need it much anymore because everyone, I just want to let you know, too, we're going to go right after this. Everyone came over from DVD's live stream to mine, and then after this one, it's going to put you into Ron Crow's live, and he's doing a giveaway today. So really good day to go over there and hang out with him, and I'll probably start doing that and keeping the train running for the support. And then I'm going to try to catch up on there you go. Okay. Fred Lowe's going to meet Chris over at Lone Star Knife Supply. And we do have them in our affiliate links. I don't know if I put it in this one. It should be in this video, guys. We have our affiliate links down there. If you're going to buy something from Lone Star Knife Supply, please go through the thing. It saves you 10%. So I think it's 10. It might even be 15. I don't know. But please, yeah, if you do that, it helps us out and it helps them out. Sorry, I missed these. I'm trying to get to it. Sorry there, Sever. I'm just all over the map.
You're fine, brother.
Malcolm Holt just became a channel member. Thank you so much for the support. We appreciate you. Go over there. We're giving away the Chop 2 by North Mountain Blades. A really cool knife. It's in that magic. I forget the last part of the steel, but 10% Kathy says, yeah. But welcome in and thank you for being a channel member, Malcolm. And go ahead and get in there and comment on that video, you guys.
And I've actually got 2 community makers I'd like to shout out if that's okay with you.
Bro, go for it, please.
So the first one is Stacy's Bolstered Blades. I wanted something I could put in my videos that would show people where to follow me, and I wanted something that was simple and elegant, but something people could just glance at and see, oh, this is where we can follow them. So she made me this.
Let's make it big, man. Let's show this thing off.
So it's it's reversed for you guys. Sorry about that. But it says Sever 7, and then it's got my logo, and then it's got Instagram, TikTok, and it's got my email. So I'm at Sever 7 at everything. But this was awesome. I super appreciate the time and effort she put into it. She even wrote a fantastic note on the back that I didn't notice until like yesterday. But so this is really cool. This is something that like the creators in our community are capable of. This is something I did not have to pay for. She did this out of the kindness of her heart. So if anybody, I don't think she's in the chat right now, but please share this with Stacy's Bolstered Blades, so she knows that I gave her a big shout out. And then one other I want to show, and I had an artist do one, and I told him to go all out. I wanted the most ridiculous representation in his art style that I could get. So he made me this.
What? That is awesome.
Yeah. So it says "Make Them Suffer," which has a story behind it, and then it's got at Sever7, my logo, at Sever7 on Insta, at Sever7 on TikTok, and it's metal.
That is so cool, man. Who's the artist?
The T Taylor is the artist for this. You can find him on Instagram. Let me actually see if I can share his Insta. Give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, man, do it. I'm gonna let you hit that real quick and get that real quick, and I'm gonna come back in for a second here, and I want to give some love to Barbie. EDC Girl has been a member for 2 months. Barbie, you and Roth, we appreciate you guys' support since the beginning as well. Thank you guys so much. So happy to have y'all here, and so happy to get the support, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, it won't let me paste his link. Can I send it over to you?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can send it to me, and I'll pull it up on mine if you would like.
I put it in the private chat.
It's in the private chat. You know what? It's since I don't pay for. Let's see if I can do it. We'll try. Yeah, let's see. Might be able to copy that, and then learn, doing new things here. I'm gonna try it sometimes, and here it is, guys. See if that works. It did work. Cool.
Sick.
Yes.
And I'll tell the story about Make Them Suffer in my live stream tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you guys want to know like why it says this, then just be a part of the live stream, and I'll share the story.
Awesome. That's really cool. So yeah, that's it, guys. Just show some support to T Taylor that makes some great artwork. I like it. And there it is, pinned in the comments, guys. Glad I know I can do that now. Yeah, really, really awesome. And let's talk about it. And I want to show this one, Sever, if you're cool with that. I'm going to take the screen for a minute. I want to show off this usurper that I have here, guys. This is the usurper I bought for Kathy. I'm going to see if this camera will focus. And it is in the tie with the gold, titanium backspacer, pivot collars. Look at this thing. I mean, and right in there you can see the steel, kind of. But that's where they put, the steel in there. And I believe, what is it again, Sever? Do you know off the top side?
M390.
M390, okay. And then you got Katua's logo right there. And then on the other side, you have Usurper. And that is awesome. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Designed by the legend in the chat right now, or in the in the stream right now with me, Sever7. You got beautiful compound grinds. Nice cutaway for finger flicking. Nice jimp right there. I mean, just beautiful. Beautiful knife in hand. And I love it, man. It is gorgeous. And I'll tell you right now, This thing, Kathy opened it out of the box and she went dink on her thumb, immediately bit her. Immediately. I mean, within like 20 seconds, it bit her. So it is officially her knife and it owned her immediately, guys. So if you haven't yet, these are dropping again. When was that, Sever? They're drop. This was on the
First week of July.
First week of July, guys. They will be dropping again, and they will have more. But this was out of the first 20 drop, so really cool to have that. And I know Kathy is so stoked about it. You know, and we got the guy here. We got the guy with us today, and that's awesome. So stoked for you, Sever. I'm stoked that you you're starting to get all these things to come out and make them actually tangible. You know, I think that's probably a pretty amazing feeling to be able to get the knives that you've been envisioning for so long.
Yeah, I do. It's super surreal. But I'm really excited to handle the production versions because I think the usurper you have is more drop shutty than the one I have. So it just makes me like so curious to be like, what does it actually feel like?
Yeah,
mine's,
it is.
Yeah.
Very, very, very drop.
So it's like, yeah, I'm just excited to get them in hand. So I know the Get Some is on its way to me. And they said they were going to send me a usurper. I don't know when that's coming though. Yeah.
Yeah. Once it breaks that threshold from right from that initial, it just.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It's beautiful, man. Really great. So Rolf wanted to ask you why the name usurper.
Super good question. So originally it was called the Noctis, Noctis. But Civivi, the same month we announced the Noctis, announced they were doing a Noctis. And Civivi and we are bigger than Ketuo. So they got to keep the name Noctis. And I kind of felt like they, to usurp something is to take it away from somebody else, right? You take power away from somebody, you take treasure away from somebody. If you usurp something, you take it from somebody else. And I felt like they kind of usurped that name from me. So I renamed it the Usurper. But Noctis was the original name. So kind of bummed out I couldn't have that because Civivi released it on like a crossbar lock that nobody cared about. Like it was like the lamest Civivi ever. It wasn't even iconic. I doubt many people here even know what the Civivi Noctis is. It just wasn't one of their best models. I love Civivi. I love Wii. It just wasn't one of their best models. So, but I talked to them and they were basically like, yeah, we're keeping the name. So it's like, all right.
Sorry about the silence there. Sorry about that. I had to run and use the restroom real quick.
Oh, no, you're good, brother. I didn't know if you guys could hear me or if I disconnected. So I was like, somebody will say something eventually.
Right. We're having a stare off. Yeah, so I drink so much water, and also these lives, for some reason, I'm not really a guy that gets nervous or a little jittery about things usually. I mean, I've done like live performances and sung, on stage before, but for some reason, these lives on Saturday get me a little in my head, and I don't know why. So I tend to drink a lot of water.
That's fair, man. My lives on Sunday, kind of get me in my head a little bit too, and I kind of have to work through those nerves before the live starts. That way I can be a functioning human being, during the live stream.
It does happen from time to time where you get a little locked up. You're like, oh man, like I have to like chat and talk for a couple hours. My live streams when I'm working, I'm kind of fine with it. Those are no problem with me because I can actually stop talking and I'm just working, and then come back to the chat. But I feel like when you're sitting here, like usually I have Kathy, my PIC, my partner in crime. She's always here to kind of gain that lag, and that dynamic between us on our Wednesday lives is always really fun to like really kind of go back and forth on. So it sometimes gets a little. I don't know why I get so nervous on the Saturday ones though.
I think it's human, and like I said, I kind of get the same way on on Sundays because I'm like, how am I going to entertain people for an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Right.
But then as soon as like people start showing up, I start saying hi to them. I tend to relax and, just kind of go with it. And it's been nice.
Yeah, yeah. It's like once you get in the flow of it, like even like the intro on this one, I was kind of a little bit. I'm getting more used to them. Hence, I mean, this or not hence. This is the third one, so still in that range of not really knowing. Like last week, I had a loan store come on, and he had some stuff that he was doing. He was busy like getting some packaging out, and I didn't get the response from him before I went, so I didn't know if he was coming in. And it's always like, man, I hope he's going to show up. And I was like kind of stressing, and I didn't know, and then I was kind of like, you can see it all over my face. I was a nervous wreck, and I didn't know what I was going to talk about because I didn't plan on talking about anything else. So it's wild, but I really appreciate you coming in today. And we're going to run this, guys, just to let everyone know. We're going to run it till 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, maybe a little over, to make sure the overlap works and sends you into Ron Crow's Live. He is giving away some knives today. He's got members giveaway, subscribers giveaway, which is a big deal. And I know he's trying to get to 1,000. So if you're not subscribed to Mr. Ron Crow, give him some sub love. He is in the 7s, and he's trying to get to 1,000. But Sever, I want to say thank you for coming in today and sharing, your designs, your knowledge, and you're a really amazing person. Like I said, I met you at Blade Show, you and your son, and you were kind and, really nice guy. So I really appreciate you being here today.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. It's been a pleasure being on your live. Super honored that you'd have me on as a guest. And it's been exciting watching you kind of blow up on the YouTube scene. And it's exciting everything you're doing with making knives and how you're kind of expanding your horizons a lot. I love that you and Sister Stables are loving folding knives. And I'm just excited to see where you guys can take it. I need to ask her. I'm getting a slip joint. I need to ask her if she'll make a little leather sheath for me for it. That would be sick.
Yeah, she recently just made one with a Lynch Northwest clip. And I know everyone loves those clips. And I'm blown away by clips, man. Clips, it's like so many things in the realm of knives that are just like, I'm like, clips, this, that, the other, there's so many things. It's such a really cool thing. Like, and when you start collecting it and stuff, it's like, I've gotten bitten by the collecting thing. Like, I want them all now. And now it is starting to turn into like, I want to get a McNeves. I want to get, one of Nathan's knives. I would really like to get, it's like, it starts taking over. And then like, now I want a usurper myself. Now I want the get some. It's wild, and it's so exciting and stuff. And I didn't even know when I asked you, really. I think that you didn't even know. But I asked you to be on the live today, and the usurper hadn't even came or dropped yet.
No, yeah, that's super true. Whenever you asked me, usurper hadn't dropped yet.
And that's wild. It's pretty cool that I had one. Like, it came in so quick. I mean, it literally took 3 days from New York to get here. And I was pretty blown away by the shipping time. And that was like USPS. So yeah. Pretty wild, the shipping rate. So when these things do drop, guys, you'll get your knives really fast. But it's just awesome that I asked you. Didn't even drop yet. Dropped, got one, and have it today in my hands. And you're here, the guy that designed this beautiful knife. I mean, that is just like the planets align. And, it's pretty awesome.
That's sick, man. I appreciate that. And yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, Cat2O ships. Cat2O gets all the knives from China before they list them, so they ship directly out of New York. So yeah, with Cat2O, you get your knives pretty damn quick.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't supposed to be here till Monday, and it showed up yesterday. So I was like, holy moly! I like got the notification from shop that it was going to be delivered today. I was like, no way! Like, that's 3 days ahead of schedule. And I got to take it to Kathy. She was down there at the pool hanging out with my niece and my other sister, and it was just kind of cool, and it's just like I said, it's really cool that all this just lined up perfectly. You were on DVDs live the night I think it dropped. It was like right after that, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's like, I got one, or I don't have one. Kathy's got one, but I did get it for her, guys. And I'm going to make myself big because we're going to be here for another like 40 about another minute and a half, Sever, just to let you know, because I want to get Ron Crow up, and then everyone, guys, is going to kind of shoot you over there. The Slayer. Let's talk about this really quick. I want to show that to you because I wanted you to see this because you showed a knife design, and there was something I worked on while Dan Kimman was live, and I kept sharing it, and Nate and I were chatting about it, and I named this knife the Slayer. And because Nate has been a member for 2 whole months and said it, we got to show it to you if you're cool with it. Ron Crow just went live, guys, so this will go over there. But I want to show this to you before we end this. So this is the Slayer design, and it's very rough right now, but kind of where my brain is going.
Bro, that is sick. That's the drop point Tonto. It's got the recurve, dude. I love that.
Right, and it's gonna have like a weird style handle, but I want aggressive lines like the Slayer name, and I want to name it the Slayer. But yes, and then I want to show this really quick, guys. I'm gonna rush around a little bit. I want to get all this stuff, and things are happening right now. But I want to say thank you to Nate for being a channel member for 2 months, and then I want to do this real quick, guys, because I can't see it. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Oh goodness gracious. I am rushing around like a wild man. Sorry, Sever. Trying to get all this done.
No, not at all, man. I took up plenty of time.
Oh, boy. I got to get TC just gifted some memberships, guys, so I got to get into there. Turn my phone down. TC Blades. Thank you so much. All right, let's get to that. TC Blades just gifted 5 memberships to Burning Stables, and we got some new members. Marco, man, you're always there. Welcome to the stable. We got Aaron, welcome to the stable. Fro79X, welcome to the stable. Caleb 1776, and he's trying to get to 1,000. He's giving away McNeese, guys, so make sure you subscribe to Caleb. Welcome to the stable. And then we got Josh 304. Welcome to the stable, bro. Good to have you, and we appreciate you so much. TC, thank you. And then we're going to do one more thing since we got Sever in here. This is it. The Usurper, guys, dropping at the beginning of July, which is in a few days. And it's a gorgeous knife. It's a beautiful knife. And if you haven't gotten it on your radar yet, you should. It is gorgeous. Sever, you did an amazing job with this knife, and you crushed it.
Thanks, man.
So,
I appreciate that big time. And nothing but love for you, for Kathy, and for all the Burning Stables Forge family that's in the chat right now. Nothing but love, guys.
Yeah, man. And guys, like I said, this is going to end. Hopefully it works right the first time doing it on StreamYard. Y'all are going to go right into Ron Crow's. Tell them I said hello. I'm going to be in there shortly. I'm going to get something to eat real quick. But guys, Sever7, thank you, and thank all of you. And well, you know what? Lord have mercy, we can't end it yet. Hey, Nate, you silly goose. Just because what you're going to do, refuse it. Much love, Clayton, and much love, Sever. Hey, Nate, $10 super chat. Thank you for your support, my brother. Thanks for purchasing a knife from me. Thanks for everything you've done. And it was so great hanging out with you at Blade Show. Guys, we're not going to run over this too much longer. I appreciate all of you. Let's go hang out with Mr. Ron Crow. Thank you, Sever7.
Thanks, brother.
All right, y'all. Have a great day. And let's go hang out with Mr. Ron Crow. Have a good one.